Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in. And we have Pilgrim of Many Pilgrims from 13 ADs and his EBR 75 FL10 running into rocks. So he sent me this video and said, hey, I've learned some things from Guido. So let's see what he does. He's on, what is this map? Fjords. And he's kind of blasted right up the middle here. So interesting gameplay decision. I would tell you that this is probably a bridge too far coming up along here. I think going around this area here really quickly, maybe even just hanging out in those bushes there for a bit would have been a good idea, but actually crossing all the way across and then attempting to go up a hill, you're going to eat some shots right here. As a matter of fact, you found the other FL10 hanging out on the other side of that. That is the danger of going up that road right there. If he peeks up and over, you could get lit and massacred from here. So movement is this thing's best friend, but I would probably say that you went a little too far right there, and you can see that you're getting punished a bit for it. You take some hits, and we're going to go up and around, get out of there using the speed of the tank. But interestingly, you survived, and that's one of the things that these tanks can do. No other tank would have been able to get through there. Maybe an ELC, maybe a scout who got very lucky and didn't get tracked, but you'll notice that you never really slowed down. You just kept trucking. Didn't have any danger of being tracked and stopped, which would have been pretty much a death sentence. So we're going to swing all the way back around and head back into the fray. Maybe a little bit of issue controlling the I almost said controlling the jet. Controlling the tank. We come around here, we got a Tiger 1 in the middle, a T-54E1. The other thing I'm noticing is you're also having a little bit of trouble, it appears anyway, with the auto aim. What you have to do there is be careful with it. Try to get the pipper close. There, yeah, see, I think what happened there is you double clutched it. It's not working, so you're clicking it again, and I did that a lot myself. So just click near it, there you go. The other problem is with the replay system, sometimes the symbols don't quite show up right. So we just drone in the middle. This is just something no other tank can do. That Scorpion G doesn't even really know you're there. He's probably been zoomed in to what was happening on the corner there and didn't even see you go by. We go by here, but there's actually an ISU behind you. You might have wanted to press C to reload. The ISU just misses. See that shot go by as you jumped off. Probably a lot of opportunities there to auto-aim at the artillery, but now we're going to ignore them. And had you reloaded, you'd have had 2 shots right here. So that's just one of those things you got to start learning. The Scorpion misses, if you can believe it, up and over the hill. The ISU misses, which is unbelievable. And now we've got 3 guys back there creating complete chaos, right? There are 5 tanks all reacting to one wheeled tank. The 2 artillery, those 3 guys, and they're completely out of the fight while they're all turning around attempting to get it. Down goes the ISU because the 1390 takes the opportunity. Down goes the M12, which you did not get the assist for, but absolutely that was part of what you did. And that's what I talk about with these tanks. You created those opportunities and you're going to get 0 credit other than the W. And that's unfortunate. I don't know how they would give you credit for it, quite honestly. The 1390 was probably spotting the artillery, but the only reason the 1390 was in there is because you created that chaos, got them all turned around, and he just followed up. Now that's something to start thinking about for all you light tank players. Watch what the wheeled tanks are doing, and you always watch for opportunities with a light tank, but the wheeled tanks are going to create them fast, and they can get an entire team or entire flank turned around on them. Then it's up to you at that point to take that opportunity to get back in there. Now, I would tell you, Pilgrim, I don't know really why you came all the way up and over again. I understand the idea of it, that you want to disappear and come back somewhere else. But this flank was completely getting wrecked and falling, as you can see by all the tanks that you still have alive over here and who have pushed around the corner over onto their cap. So I think once you ran away, you could have actually swung right back in and probably got a few more shots in on them. And probably tracked down that guy who squoze through and went after your artillery into your backfield and is now causing your team problems. The good news is you caused more, and the game was pretty much sorted by then, so that other EBR getting into your backfield did not matter. I think probably the biggest maneuver mistake you did there was went all the way back around. I would have just headed out, disappeared for a second, did the 180 turn and come straight back across that field and jumped all over what was left. Maybe gather up some more hit points, cause some more chaos. Help the tanks that you had kind of drug into there, your own tanks you drug along with you, go back and help them out with your speed and maneuverability, because it just took too long to go up and around there. And that's just something you learn as you go, ways to get back into it and give yourself some more hit points. So we come back around here, having caused all the chaos we can. We're going to find the 45 TP. I think we're going to auto aim him. Can't quite get, there we go. So we auto aim him, we hit him once, he hits us, we hit him again. And right here, I would not have left. You go very far away. You're like, okay, I don't want to get killed. This is fine. Look where he is. He's down below that. Just kind of hang out right here, wait for the reload, and then come screaming back in and look for that last kill and those hit points. And that's the idea, I think, that you have, but just a little bit late in the execution. So we'll come back in now that we're reloaded. One of those things about reloading and autoloaders and whatnot is making sure or attempting to time the reload such that you get away, but as you are approaching a full reload, you are now back approaching a shot, approaching the fight, so that when you get reloaded, you're ready to fire. Much like if you were poking and peeking with a regular tank, you want to start side scraping out just as you're approaching fully ready. Same thing with this. No reason to go so far back. Hang out nearby. About here actually is where I would have gone. That 44, unless he comes straight up and over the hill, which he probably wasn't because he had so many people threatening him, you're probably safe right about here, reload, and then poke over and take the guy down. The other trick there is to, you have a zoom out mod, I think, going on right there, because you can zoom out a lot farther than I can from what I was seeing. But zoom out and then get the Pipper line of sight. Doesn't have to be tank line of sight, but the Pipper line of sight from the zoom out, and then right click that guy and auto aim, and then comes zinging over that hill, and as soon as the gun's on, fire away. Nice job, man. Another good example of what these tanks can do. You can do this in any tank. Creating chaos in the backfield, making tanks turn, but the wheel tanks, because of their speed and the fact they don't get tracked, are much better at it, and they can do it in a larger, more strategic manner, whereas most tanks and lights can do it tactically in a small area. A light wheel tank like this, I know it's not a tank. All right, someone's already taken me to task for that. Wheeled armored vehicle. A wheeled armored vehicle can range the entire map and do it in multiple places very quickly in succession. All right, man, thanks for sending that in. That was a good replay. For everybody else, I hope you're doing okay, and we will see you.